Recently, I've got the airbag light on the dashboard, and in this video I'll show you some troubleshooting steps that you can take when trying to fix this issue. We're going to start by trying to read error codes stored in the airbag system ECU. Unfortunately for that, you may need more advanced diagnostic scanner because most entry-level tools will not be able to read airbag system error codes. I'm personally using this VCX Nano tool with original Toyota TechStream software. It cost me around $100, but it has both wired and wireless connection. If you want to check out this tool, I can drop the link for it down in the comments section below. So after scanning the ECU, I've got 5 error codes in the history, and if I click on Summary, it tells me that there is no malfunction present now. And there was one more current error code, and if we click on Summary, it confirms that the malfunction is present now. The code reads B1836, which stands for the open circuit in the curtain airbag on the passenger side, which is this airbag right here above the passenger window. We can certainly try to erase all of those error codes and see if they come back after restart. But before we do that, I would like to perform some live data active testing by going to this data list menu on the left. The first test is for the driver's seat position. The current value is backwards, so let me move my seat all the way forward, and sure enough, the value changes. Let me push it all the way back again, and looks like that sensor is working properly. Next, let's skip over to the line number 4, passenger seat buckle. I'm going to reach and click it in, and the value changes from unset to set, and if you notice, the passenger classification also changed. The value became child. That is because the sensor that's inside of the seat detects not enough weight for it to be adult, and it classifies the passenger as a child, which in turn also going to turn off the airbag. Let's also test the driver's side seat buckle. When I click it, the value changes from unset to set, looking good. If you look at the display type information, we can see here that the airbag is currently off. And this is done in order to prevent any injuries to the child passenger. Fast forward, I jumped into the passenger seat, and as you can see, the display value changed to airbag on, and also the passenger classification value changed from child to something else, which tells me that the weight sensor inside of the seat is working properly, and the ECU system works fine overall. Alright, moving on, I'm going to go ahead and clear all of the error codes and see if they come back after restart. And before you do that, you're going to get a warning message saying if you do it, you're going to lose all of the freeze frame and monitoring data as well. You do have an option to store that information on your computer, and I'm going to do just that. I'll save it. In some cases, the error codes could be triggered by dead or disconnected battery, and simply erasing them could fix the problem. That would be the best case scenario. Unfortunately for me, the current error code didn't go away, and I'm gonna have to deal with it. Obviously, you may get a totally different error code in your particular situation, but from there you can do a basic Google search, and you should be able to find a ton of information on what it means, what are the symptoms, and how to possibly fix the problem. Just be sure you stay safe and always unplug the battery when working on the airbag systems so you don't accidentally activate the airbags. I removed a pillar to check the connector on the airbag to see if it's corroded, and to my surprise, it was completely missing. I also checked on the driver's side, and sure enough, there's no curtain airbag there as well. I've got this truck with a rebuilt title, and apparently whoever worked on fixing it decided to save a few $100s and failed to install the side curtain airbags. So I'm going to purchase and install those curtain airbags, and I'll probably make a separate video about the whole process. Stay tuned for that. And for now, that's it for a general approach to troubleshooting airbag lights in your car. I hope the video was helpful, and if so, please give it a like. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.